I might have to make me a fucking trip to the store so I can get me something I'm looking for. Cause I don't know what the fuck I want right now. Oh shit. What the fuck I want right now. Da, da, da. Mm. See some people talk. Well, not some people. I think it was on the news. I didn't really wasn't necessarily watching the news, but they were showing like the death. The death clause from Fallout for the show. I was like, damn, I didn't really think about watching the show. I kind of watched it, but not really. And I love the game, so you would think, oh yeah, watch Fallout or whatever. I kind of watched it, and I just was like, yeah, I'm not, just not feeling it. Maybe because it's not like MA. I don't think it is. I think it's like TV 14 or something. I don't even know. Maybe it's not, but it doesn't seem like it's a TVMA where you can really the rawness comes out. I like rawness. I don't really care much for the fluffy shows where everything is perfect and perfectly placed and everybody is just I don't care much for that. I know it's not up to me. But anyways, my bad. What's good, Capricorn? How you been? Um, you're not gonna resonate with this, but maybe you are. I don't fucking know. But maybe you do. Whatever. Let's do this shit. What's good for the week? Either you're resonating or you're not. Even though the Libra or Scorpio. Where you got that in your chart? Or both. What's good for Hollywood? Huh. Some of you guys, some about Cali or somebody is like what, a celebrity or some shit? Or somebody's a star or something. Something about Hannibal Lecter or something about an animal or both. Hopefully somebody's not like harming animals. You or whomever. Alright, so I'm doing since today and the day's not over yet, still 11 something here, so it's still a certain time there. But today you could have gotten insight on something. I don't know. You could be doing anything, but today either you will, because you still got time. Somebody does. You still got time, period. Or you already like experienced this earlier today. You're just like you got some insight on something, some type of inner knowing, and you feel like there's still things that needs to be revealed. This could be somebody else too. You can also be discovering your own truth through something though, or you already have. This is supposed to be the day. It doesn't have to be though. Um, this could be about anything. Pisces here. You have it in your chart. Some of you guys, this is about some habits or something like that. Yeah, wisdom, knowledge. I feel like you definitely could have gotten enlightened. This could be like spiritually, like what you need to do for a spiritual upgrade. Okay. I feel like this is about what it is you know and what it is you can share to others. So this is about like advice. It's kind of like you going through something and you can kind of like help somebody else who's possibly struggling or going through something too, because you have insight. Literally, like you have insight and you have insight. So it's like you know these things, but then you also deep down you really know what the real problem is. And this could be of yourself, Um, but again, you going through certain things and knowing certain things or whatever could also be great for other people. Because not everybody likes research and not everybody likes studying, not everybody likes doing certain things themselves. This is like getting on chat GBT and shit. I mean, come on. I'm pretty sure most people do it by now to learn a lot of stuff. You can learn so much. It's so you're generating something, or it's something that you're saying, something that you're speaking up about, something that you're talking about. And apparently, or something that you're reading, whatever, reading, writing, learning, studying, sharing, talking, blah, 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 is wisdom. It's truth. Like you're not sugarcoating shit neither. Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords don't sugarcoat shit. I guarantee you. I- this is like freedom of speech to some of you guys. You're independent thinkers, independent speakers. It's like you say the shit that people don't want to say. It's like all that the reading between the lines. You read all between the lines, and you would read that shit out. Right, and that's pretty much what it is. I don't know what this is about, but if this is something that you kind of came upon, is like you're able to uh understand this and also be able to share this with other people, because it's like awareness. It's like when you're aware of something, you learn how to deal with that, and figure it out or whatever. And it's like somebody, you may hear somebody's story and you're like, oh shit, I've been through that before and this is what I did and it helped me. Maybe it'll help you. I read this somewhere, XYZ 123, maybe shit like that. Okay. You can have Taurus, you can have Taurus in your chart. Like you're very grounded. You're like a bear. I can't explain. You're like a fucking nice bear. I don't know what the fuck. I don't even know where that came from. But you're like the person people want to cuddle, but they don't want. They don't want on their bad side. Okay. Anyways, so it's nice that you have insight because you're able to also give that back or share that with others. Because you've also might have, for the most part, this is somebody who's definitely been through some shit, so they're well aware of how shit goes. Whatever this is about. You can be born in February. You don't have to be a Capricorn sun sign, by the way. So I would say go and watch Aquarius, which I haven't done yet, and Sag, which I have done. I have done Sag. So this could be discovering the truth about something to do with yourself. But also, like I said, you discovering the truth about yourself can enlighten you and to maybe be more aware of other people's like problems and issues, and maybe a way to help those people get through said problems and issues, because you've been through said problems and issues similar to those. Why not? Let's fucking talk shit. Let's chop it up, shit like that. What's today? Oh yeah, Wednesday. You got people who are in the way. I always feel like all the fives, for some odd, except for the cups, 5 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles. Not necessarily. Yeah, I feel like five of Cups and 5 of Pentacles, to me, I feel like it could be where shit's in the way, but I never feel like that. It's always when it's 5 of Swords and five of Wands. People just in the way. Like it could be anything, just in the way. Um, in any aspect. What's good, Yvonne? What's good, Chess? Get in the gym. Stop neglecting your body. Big back season is over. Oh shit. Cool. Anyways, so you or whomever, because it doesn't have to be you. Somebody may feel defeated tomorrow. This could be anything. If this could be you or someone else, and I will clarify all this shit. Somebody may feel like it's over, it's finito. It's somebody feels defeated. It could be a Scorpio, and I don't know why. Maybe it was a power struggle, or somebody gives up. Somebody might have been trying to manipulate a situation or cause conflict, or maybe somebody was just like, it's all ego. This could be you as well. So watch your ego tomorrow. Or this could be somebody else where I'm not going to tell them to watch their ego because they're not here. But maybe it'd be best if they did, but they may not, and you may have to figure out how to deal with the situation, because it's very tricky. whatever it is, it can be quite tricky, or it can be it's tricky because somebody made it tricky on purpose, or it's or something like that. This is one or the other. It's something about behavior tomorrow. I don't know what that's about. The devil. This is you. Okay, so you slayed something, and that's the devil. So you slayed your own demons? Okay, so tomorrow you may literally have to go out of your way to slay your own demons, and this could be anything, whatever it is that you might be, because this could be you with the ego shit. So maybe you you could be dealing with the ego death tomorrow, or this is how you see something going. I don't know if that's I have no idea, but some of you guys, you may literally be checking yourself, or you may, what's that shit called when people do something and they're like, yeah, but it's like, okay, but look at all the shit that you caused in trying to be that or trying to do that though. So I don't know what this is. Some of you guys, you're just like defeating things that are happening within you tomorrow. So this is like negative feedback, negative talk, negative thinking, shit like that. You're trying to quiet that, or this is like just things in general, what you're watching, what you're doing. It's like you're trying to quiet things that is not gonna bring this, have you thinking negative, thinking bad, thinking ill, um shit that you don't want to get obsessed over, whatever this is, and this, especially for the Five of Swords, I definitely won't want to get obsessed with this is, you would drive yourself fucking crazy. If you haven't already. Some of you guys, I don't know if somebody's in an abusive situation, hopefully not, but somebody definitely gives up. They're like, you know what, hopefully somebody's not cheating, but whatever, we'll get to that too. And also watch out for your mental health. I feel like this is more so like somebody needs to check their ego, because you may be in like a silent competition, or this is somebody else where somebody's not competing, they're not bitter, they're not trying to power struggle, or this is you. Somebody's not trying to humiliate the other, somebody's not trying to get revenge, somebody's not trying to, it's like somebody is not trying to be like this, and then but somebody feels like, I don't fucking know. Which is crazy, because it's just like, damn, unless somebody's going over and beyond to prove something, I don't get why, unless, I don't know, it could be you, but this is, all right. We'll see. I'll clarify. What's good for Thursday? Using at the government? What do you mean? I mean, I know what you mean, but like, what do you like actually mean? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I feel like this is something to do with Tuesday. I don't know if you're dealing with hostility or people that's just like negative, or there's just like this energy of strife or some. I don't know. I'm not gonna say strife. I'm not gonna say strife. But there's an energy of like foul play. Like shit's already. It's like you lose by default in a situation, and so and that can bleed into Thursday. Hopefully not. I just don't know what this is. What the fuck is this? What's going on? I'm not saying this is going to happen. Just please understand that free will is a thing. It all depends on how you deal with situations. If it even happens for you, I don't know who you are, or if you even have Capricorn in your chart. Anyway, uh, mm, mm, uh, pain, pain. We'll see. What's good on, yo, this is not it. With Capricorn, you must be in a position where you're like in the middle. That's what I feel. And I don't know if this is like you literally in the middle of, you're on one side of a coin listening to the other side. But that's the thing, like you're listening to both sides. What is this? Some of you guys, something is off, meaning that there's an energy where you're like in the middle. I feel like somebody's in the middle of something. I don't know what this is. Yeah, Seven of Swords is here. The sun is here. Somebody's walking right into the sun. So if there is anything that is happening, any type of deception, it will be exposed. I don't know what this is about because I really feel like somebody is planting. So unless I don't know if this is your energy or what, but what the you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What's good Saturday? Capricorn placements. Don't feel any type of way if this ain't for you. You may want to watch Pisces because Pisces got the justice on Saturday as well. So you and a Pisces might come to some type of like agreement or come to some type of like something will be balanced out. Somebody may be having to be truthful, be honest. Somebody may apologize. I don't know, but there is definitely some type of something going on. Either this is something that happens Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that leads into Saturday, because I really hope somebody's not literally actually in an abusive situation or relationship, or you just know this, or you feel this shit. And I just don't know where at is this happening because you're in the middle. This is somebody's definitely in the fucking middle of something, of keeping shit at bay, but it's causing problems though because it's causing division, it's causing chaos, it's causing now strife is actually here because the Five of Wands is here. It is. I don't know who this is for. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Friday, there's some type of like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but there is conflict. There is an energy of people or situations just not lining the fuck up, or something is wrong or off, or just fucking chaotic. It's like a struggle here. I don't know if somebody is literally fighting because that's what I'm getting, and I don't know why. Queen of Swords, Three of Cups. It's like people coming together just to what, fight literally with fists. Like what is this? Disobedience. Oh shit. This is another teen takeover. Yo, I've been I'm sitting here like, hold up, what the fuck is this? Friday and then bleeding into Saturday is something to do with chaos in the justice system. There's some shit going on. There's a lot of things going on. Protesting is here. I've been getting this like it's nobody's business though. This is nothing new. People act like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, or acting like what I'm talking about is not happening. This shit is happening. It's out here. Yeah, people are protesting. It may not be where you're at. There's mad shit going on. Different places. Now, some shit can be staged, I will say. But it is a lot of stuff going on. So I don't know what this is about, but there is a conflict that can bleed into Saturday, and it can be like something where the police possibly get involved. I don't know, man. And I ain't even trying to, I don't know what's going on, but it's heartbreaking for someone, or it's definitely like, there is definitely division here and a removal of something because it's something that's fucking off. It's too much imbalance here for somebody. This is not for everybody. It's somebody's situation. And this can just be what you feeling, what you feel about somebody else's situation that has nothing to do with you. So don't worry about it. You know, with the Libra, heavy Libra here. We got, now this could have already happened too. You got Pisces, we got Libra, and we got Leo and Aquarius. Nothing serious. The main serious ones is Pisces and Libra. I will say, from today all the way to Saturday, if there's been a lot of like shit going, if there's a lot of shit going on throughout the week, the shit will be ironed out by Saturday. You would get your just due, you would get your karma, whatever the fuck that even means in the situation. This may not even be used. If somebody's in an abusive relationship or situation, there's definitely going to be division because what the fuck? especially if this is like a abusive situation where this is like actual physical abuse going on. And I mean, I don't know. The only reason, oh shit, that's right, foul play. I said that shit in the beginning. And the only reason why I had to think about like why would it's because the shit is provoked. This is not, yo, something is being, this is not for probably everybody, so please don't worry about it. Um, if anybody or you, if you know or feel like this is going on, this is not for everybody, or this is like, if you know for a fact that the reason why something is off is because somebody is purposely fucking with someone. If this has nothing to do with you, say you're on the outside of something, because I did feel like you're in the middle, like this has nothing to necessarily do with you. However, you got two sides. Like I said, you're on one side speaking to the other. I don't know what that's about, but you could be in a situation where you have one person that is possibly provoking another person to actually fight back. So there needs to be a fucking separation. And I feel like foul play is here because somebody is like, for somebody, they're like, whatever, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm going to be the person that's at fault for the situation. Okay. So they're already accepting the fact that something is a fucking loss, or something is, you know, yeah, they're already accepting that something, I don't know who this is for, already accepting that something is a loss. However, somebody doesn't know that there is an energy of somebody being provoked, somebody being toyed with, tampered with, constantly nudged, pushed, poked, pried, everything until they fucking snap, or until they actually do something to them. And then next thing you know, the police is getting called. So I don't know what the fuck this is, and I'm not about to get into it. But it's just like it needs to be dealt with. This shit needs to end. I feel like there needs to be healing in the situation because there is too much going on. Even if that means a person needs to separate themselves from a person, they don't need to be together because apparently there's nothing but fucking. This is horrible. Five of swords, three of swords, five of wands. Who the fuck want to be? Nobody wants to be in that. Nobody. That's very. It's very stressful. It's gonna wreck your fucking nervous system. I'm not gonna say it's going to, it can really cause damage. But I don't know if somebody is actually provoking someone, or somebody is just real hostile, or there's just hostility in a situation to where if two people aren't separated, they will fucking fight, or they will definitely go at it, or they already have. I just don't know. And this may progress. Maybe it goes from it being a five of swords where somebody is already not playing fair to begin with, whatever that even means. It could be anything, exploitation of any kind. uh oh, well, I can take this, that, and the third from you. Any type of like abuse, because usually it's not just one person, but depending on the situation, especially if it's grown people, um, shit like that. It goes from that to where I get somebody feeling like, okay, they need to do something about a situation. They need to make it go away. They want it to go. They need to start a war, or they need to start an argument, or they need to, like, I don't know, like they need to be tense and ready to like snap, and just kind of be ready to be shady, or hit below the belt at any moment. Like that's the feeling I'm getting. I don't like it because it's just like the behavior is humiliating. It's like, why am I getting like this? This is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, because some people don't need to be together. I don't know what the fuck this is, but they need to be separated because it's nothing but five of wands. It's nothing but manipulation and literal possible hands being put on each other. This is like this can be mental, verbal, and physical abuse for somebody. I'm just saying. And that should, yeah. Capricorn, I really hope this is not you in your situation. 'Cause I don't know who, if this is the problem. I don't know why. Well, maybe I haven't gotten to it because I gotta clarify these things too. We'll get to it. You can have sorry. You can have maybe you're Aquarius with Cap in your chart or Sag with Cap in your chart, and you watching this for that. Or you can be any of the cusp. Doesn't you already know how it goes? You know the Libra, you know the Pisces. Somebody can have this in their chart. You can, doesn't matter. All right. So what's happening Sunday possibly for a Capricorn placement? You do have a decision to make. You do have something you have to either give up, cut off, shut down, um, tear up. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's something that you have to do. You have a decision to make. What's it gonna be? You can have a Libra moon. Somebody can have a Libra moon. Doesn't have to be, but I really hope somebody's not seeking revenge Tuesday. I don't even know what the fuck that would look like or what that would even mean. But it could be if somebody's just trying to seek revenge, it's like they're really trying to one up you at all costs for whatever reason. I haven't gotten to the fucking clarification yet. It could be because they just want you to look like you're less than, like that you're tripping, like you aren't who you are, or some shit. They want you to pretty much trip up over your own fucking shoe and then humiliate yourself, or trip you up over your own shit, and then for you to humiliate yourself, and then everybody now you're the problem, and everybody has an issue with you. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. Maybe somebody wants they want the script to be flipped on you for whatever reason. What was that, Sunday? Some of you guys may like mint fudge cookies or mint fudge some shit, whatever. So now, yeah, whatever. I'm not, because I'll be here all night if I was to continue on with whatever the fuck that could be possibly going on with you or somebody else around you throughout the week. Because it's just like, yo, even you're just like, I gotta fucking separate myself. That's some of you guys is like, you may feel defeated because you are in the middle and you're tired of the behaviors of these people or whatever is going on. And you're just like, I gotta fucking separate myself from this shit or I'm gonna be involved in this shit. So I feel like maybe you're separating yourself from something because you're just like, the behaviors is just fucking astonishing. Cause this can be grown ass people. I'm not even kidding. The melodrama and the fucking, I mean, unless this is just a drama. what's what we doing? It's a Saturday, Sunday. Okay, like Monday. Next Monday. We're gonna leave it there. And we're gonna do Libra. So you feel it too. Okay. All right. So some of you guys, you're like in love, whoever that's for, and it's like taking over your whole fucking body. Whoever, cool. Some of you guys, you just feel like I mean, that's just for other people. You may feel like you like people like drama and shit just follows you everywhere. I'm not saying that it does because I don't know you personally, but you may feel like drama follows you places, even when you're just kind of like you don't bother nobody, you don't do nothing. Like even if you just mind your business, you don't know nobody in the fucking grocery store. But somehow, some way, drama, crazy shit happens in the one aisle that you happen to be in that nobody was in, and then as soon as you got there, now people down there and shit happening, people dropping jars, so now pickle juice is all on the fucking floor, and they got it. I'm not saying that's what's going on, but that's like the energy where it's just like, what the fuck? Everything was good, like nobody was here, nobody was, now everybody pulling up. Everybody's loud and shit, playing different levels of gross ass music. Maybe not, because I know people probably listen to my shit like, what the fuck? Yeah, I understand. I love a lot of different stuff, so I can't be mad at you because it is trash out here. So I mean, there is trash that everybody can be like, yeah, that's trash. I don't give a fuck what genre or what person fucks with whatever the heart is. They're like, yeah, that's trash. Everybody can agree. Agree on three. One, two, three. I agree. But one day, sorry, Tuesday, which is today. I'll talk about it next week. Um, so today, like I said, you could definitely figure something out. Got insight, intuition. I don't know. It could be anything. Following your intuition. Maybe you're very insightful. Spiritual gifts can be on fucking 100,000. Who knows? Uh, you can definitely be stabilizing your emotions. It could have been a real emotional week, last weekend, whatever. But you're recovering from that, or you have. Well, we're finally into the next day, but whatever. Um, and it seems like while you're doing that, you go into tomorrow. We're gonna clarify because I'm gonna see if this is you on this shit, Cap, which is weird. But hey, I never said a Cap can't be petty. And it doesn't matter if it's silent or if it's loud, because Capricorns will loudly be petty and they can quietly be petty. And I love it. Um, so what's up with what was today? Let's clarify this high priestess. What is this insight that you're getting? You can be sharing this knowledge too. Like, you know what? I learned something about myself today. And okay, so ten of cups. I mean, maybe somebody can be like, yeah, you would love for this to be a 10 of cups. You know, with a Gemini, you can have Gemini in your chart. Um, you learn a thing or two about betrayal. Hmm. Yeah, pain. Hmm. Yep. Karma. Oh, Saturn. That one is a little bit different than justice. You know, justice got some. They may grant you a second. No, they may grant you more chances than just a second chance. Saturn though. Saturn. Yeah, man. You can keep fucking up if you want to. You're just gonna be in like purgatory on Earth forever until you change. Literally. Um Justice, that's just like, actions have consequences. You do bad, then boom, this shit happens, you do good. I mean, maybe not necessarily, but you get what I mean. But Saturn, oh, that's life lessons. That's after you pretty much that's after becoming a third time or a two-time loser. That's it. It's like, you will literally be in purgatory until you actually do right by yourself, to be honest. It's like you're supposed to be bettering yourself. This is how, and Saturn is here to guide you through it. To hold your hand. Shit's not fun. Saturn is not fun. Saturn is not fun. It will make you feel like, what the fuck did I do in my past life to deserve whatever the fuck? So yeah, so you guys definitely got insight on betrayal. You got insight on and if this is like betrayal, like maybe you understanding something when it comes to betrayal where you might have not before. Maybe betrayal for you before was just like the most like horrible thing anybody can ever do, and now you're just like, that's nothing. That's nothing. So in other words, you're pretty much, when it comes to how people treat you, you don't react the same. You don't respond the same. You don't react the same. You just kind of be like, oh, I'm not saying you ever did before, but maybe you really were the type that was trying to understand. Now it's like there is no, fuck the understandings. You know, I know I understand this now. So like I don't like, so there's no more, you don't need to be hurt anymore. You don't need to be stabbed in the back anymore or dealt with a certain way anymore to understand what the fuck this means for you. Whatever this is that you came to the conclusion today, i.e. Tuesday. It's still Tuesday for some people. For me, no, but you're discovering your truth in whatever these betrayals are, whatever people might have done to you, whatever. It's like you're discovering your truth. So it's like you're looking at it from a higher perspective. You're not looking at it. You're looking at this in a more of a 5D than 3D. Like, what does this mean for me? What did I learn? What can I use from this to help others with, like, and this could be where you might have been betrayed the craziest way, and you for somehow, or for somebody else, um definitely learned a lot when it comes to betrayal, and you got through it, so other people would be able to as well. And I don't know what this 10 of swords is for you. It could be anything. I don't know, maybe. I wouldn't say that. Well, I say we all just go to work and go straight home and mind our business. Word. I mean, I would, I try that, but people still be like all up in your shit. Ooh, some of you guys may be eating like breakfast, like good breakfast. I don't know. I'm getting like fried egg or some type of sandwich or some shit. Goodness gracious. You're going to be done with the Gemini. You don't have to, or. I feel like victimhood, or being a victim of something. Now, some of you guys, this could be where you were a victim, or you are a victim, or whatever, of abuse. Hopefully not, but or somebody else. But this is definitely like you've been a victim before. We don't want to be victims. People be victims of things that they weren't consciously, like just getting attacked out of nowhere, shit like that. That's victim. Like you literally was attacked and you don't know who this person is, what the fuck, you know. So it's different when it's in your own backyard, or by somebody. It's different. So I just feel like you're understanding, you having insight, you understanding something about yourself is helping you help other people. Let's just keep it that simple, because I don't want to, what's up with this going on Wednesday? And I feel like that's something that you literally dealt with. You came to some kind of like acceptance with today. Now this could also be where you've been playing victim. That's not everybody, but some of you guys are realizing that it's your own doing, certain shit, and it happens. So what's going on Wednesday? What's up with it? Or today, I should say now. Why is this 5 of swords here for cap placements? Who is this Gemini? Are you telling the Gemini? Because they're always, and then you're here. Like, what the fuck? You're not even here. Like, you don't even go here. Do you even go here, Capricorn? Because you not exactly. You fucking bowed out a minute ago. Yeah, you feel like this shit is okay, Cap. For some of you guys, this is a love situation. I don't know if somebody is just like playing hard to get, or playing games, mind games with you. What's good? Maybe you feel like they playing too many games. This could be your family, or husband or wife, what the fuck, or long term committed partner. I have no clue. It's not for everybody. So you guys is family, your loved ones. They're either manipulating you, or they're starting shit, or I don't know. This could also be where that behavior, like some fucking behaviors, something about behaviors. I don't know what that's about. What's up? Hold on, a little bit more for this lovers, because I feel like Is this an actual love situation or not? Yeah, I can't say anything. King of Pentacles here with the Devil. You know, it's another Capricorn. Um, there is an energy of like mistress, but I don't know if this is like what the fuck. Maybe you just know that somebody is trying to do something here, and you just know. That's all I'm gonna say. And this can be regarding like love, or this can be a loved one. Yeah. All right. Okay. So Thursday, because if somebody's playing games or mind games, it's like you see straight through all that shit. So I don't know what that's about. None of wands is here. Yeah, you're not it's something that you're I feel like you need to definitely separate yourself if this is you that's in the middle of some shit this week. Definitely separate yourself and put the wall all the way the fuck up, because especially if it has nothing to do with you. You're not here. Capricorn is not here, literally. Turn off all your lights, uh reduce the noise. It's time to just like shut the door. I don't know what this is, but some of you guys, never mind. But it's about closing something, like shutting something out. What the fuck is this betrayal? Some of you guys, this is something to do with like a love situation. So you're dealing with love triangle or situation or some type of fucking quarrel this week. Somebody is. There's something about competition and somebody playing games to see if you. Don't nobody got time for this shit. Like I'm starting to say now, especially if I got time to waste, or if I got time to waste, then I'm sorry, if I got business that's not mine, then I have no business if I have no business that I'm attending to, then I need to, find some fucking business to attend. Pretty much. Same thing when people say, "Oh, don't stick in your nose," where it's not, shit like that. So you guys are definitely, it's like close the door. You don't literally have to. Maybe you are going to close the door. So I don't know. But some of you guys are definitely blocking out or just having your guards up when it comes to a situation for whatever reason. And I'm clarifying this shit. It just seems like that's just where you're at, and for whoever, why, I don't know. This could be just individual situations that have nothing to do with the other 10 of wands. Yeah, the 9 to the 10. Goodness gracious. Hold on, let's see what's up with this. So you guys definitely got Sag in your chart. So I want to see if this is like, what's up with this 10? Because it went from the 9 to the 10. It's like something may get so heavy, like the pain may get so heavy that you actually have to like, yeah, hermit. What the fuck is? Well, let me cap. There's so many things. I'm sorry, but there's so many things going on. And it's not the same situation. This is not everything is not for everybody, first and foremost. But this shit definitely isn't. There's so many fucking things here. For somebody, and I don't do like health shit. I don't know if some pain is going to get so bad that somebody has to go to like a fucking urgent care, or they got to be seen by. I don't know what this is. This is not for everybody though. So just please don't sit here and be like, oh my god. It may not even be that deep for a lot of people, but maybe you're just going to the doctor or you're going to a physician. You're going to somebody for some type of pain. Um, Thursday. That's not for everybody, but somebody is. Um, I feel like there is there's a need to withdraw. Separate, withdraw from something here that either is causing you pain or it's just like separate from it would actually cause you less pain. Even though the Virg, you don't have to. Even though the Sag, you have this in your chart. Gemini is here heavy. Gemini is probably about the heaviest fucking sign I've gotten. But we also got Pisces. We do got Libra. And Virgo. Yeah. Now, for some of you guys, this can be just whatever this betrayal is. Even though you got insight, it's just like the betrayal might have been so heavy that you literally to not feel it, you had to separate from it. I don't know what this is. And if it's not betrayal, it's just like something that has been exhausted. Something that has been exhausted or exhausting. A conversation on repeat. Words on repeat. Constant things being said, possibly behind your back, possibly at you and not to you. This can also be people with no integrity, lying on your name, lying on you, period. That's kind of the same thing, but whatever. Eat me. But again, some of you guys can be doing therapy too. Somebody else got in that. Forgot who. But yeah, it's like you having all this, it's like you got all this strength, like you can power through it. Yeah, but if you're in pain, then drop the fucking load, go home. Go get that looked at. It can be simple as that for somebody. Somebody got some pain. Now it's hopefully it's not hard to please, take care of yourself. But for somebody, I mean it could be. For some of you guys, this is just this is like it could be muscle, and heart is a muscle too, so it's definitely could be muscles actually. So maybe it's not, it could be bones as well, like muscles and bones. So I don't know what that's about, but if your bones are hurting, especially, I don't know, you may want to actually go and get that looked at, because that can be something else. And I'm not no professional, obviously. However, I would rather you be safe than sorry. I'd rather or especially if this is actually something that you're going through, like you've been having like bone pain, or because that may not be a good thing. It may not be anything at all, but there is like, different cancers and stuff like that. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but you would want to go and get that checked out. Now, if it's just random, like an actual pain, maybe something's uncomfortable, maybe you need to switch something up. You can be throwing something out. Like you can be throwing out something, separating from it, meaning like you are unhappy with, I don't know, a mattress or whatever the fuck this is. You throw it out and then you kind of get some type of advice about what's a good mattress or what's a good brand or whatever. Because something is painful, it hurts your body. Something hurts. Some of you guys, something hurts your body, or your body is hurting, or somebody's. So it needs to be addressed. It needs to be talked about. Somebody's really like struggling to do something here, possibly without being in some type of pain. It's not for everybody. Some of you guys, it's something to do with the stomach. That's not everybody. And then some of you guys, it's hard. There's a lot of Three of Swords here, and I just don't know what's so heartbreaking, or what is going on. Like, what is the problem? Don't overexert yourself, especially if you're older and you know that you have some things going on. Please find a way to like soothe or relax yourself or meditate or whatever. All right, so what was that? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What's good Friday? With this fucking Five of Wands and shit. Yeah, if you have, for whomever, if you have heart problems and you're dealing with a situation where it's stressful and there's chaos and there all this fucking Five of Wands shit, it's stress. Five of Wands, all this other shit, and you got heart problems, you definitely need to separate yourself from whatever the fuck this is, because no. You don't want those type of, like, you don't put your health in jeopardy especially if you're older, you shouldn't be putting your health in jeopardy at all. So if somebody feels like, oh, boo, you whore, because you want to separate yourself from something because you aren't trying to be on that, you're not trying to harm yourself, or you're not trying to work yourself up, and harm yourself and your health, have your health involved, and you getting stressed out and shit because, excuse me, because people around you is stressed out and fighting and arguing and shit or whatever. It's like, especially if it has nothing to do with you, because you're not here, Capricorn. You're not. So a lot of you guys probably aren't even Capricorn sun signs. Even if you are, this is more so for, this could be a cross watcher reading, or this is more so for like you're you're just kind of, I mean, because you have came out, devil have showed itself a lot, but it's like you're not really here, meaning you're not actually a part of whatever this is, but it is going on around you. And some of you guys, if you got heart problems, you definitely don't need to be dealing with this shit. Whoever I'm talking, especially if you're older, hell no. So this is weighing heavy and shit and on your heart, like whatever it is, you may have to be honest with yourself. Like, I'm not saying that you aren't, or that nobody is honest with you, but you may definitely need to be, maybe you need type of support, guidance, help, uh, a way forward, somebody to talk to, somebody that will keep it real or some shit. I don't know, some of this Five of Wands. Your reading do got me like on edge and shit. Like, I feel like you just be getting like tested a lot. Is probably a reason. Wherever your Capricorn placement is, Ace of Cups. What else with this? 'Cause I don't know if I'm thinking what I'm thinking, that I'm feeling, that I'm thinking, that I'm feeling. Ah, man. Could be love competition going on here. Options, maybe not. Maybe you are the Ace of Cups. I don't fucking know. But you may have people competing for something here. Your Ace of Cups, whatever that even means in this case. Friendship? Oh, this could be, I don't know, maybe like, again, didn't I say something about people coming together, like being more like actual family, not fight? I think I said that for somebody, or did I not? But it could be that. Some people want for some of you guys, it's definitely support. Or they want you to support them when it comes to this conflict. Somebody wants you to support them. This could be a mother figure, father figure. You could be a mother, father, whatever. Somebody can definitely want you to support them when it comes to whatever this Five of Wands is. This is where I'll keep saying this is not for everybody, but the shit where I said that y'all are on one side of the coin talking to the other. This is not for everybody. So somebody wants you because, you love them or whatever. Somebody wants you, or vice versa. You want someone to come to your beck and call or your aid, or it may not even be that deep. Either you want somebody to back you with this with whatever this conflict or whatever this Five of Wands shit is, or this is somebody else that wants you to back them when it comes to whatever this shit is. And this can definitely be family, siblings type of shit going on. Six of, whew, man, judgment. Okay, yeah. Six of Pentacles in reverse. You're like, no, I will not. And I feel like you definitely should do that. Capricorn, you should not be involved in whatever this is if it has nothing to do with you. And if somebody's trying to get you involved, do not, because somebody can definitely, like, since you took their side, they're going to conditionally treat you to something. You're the good, I'm about to say good wife. You're the good, whatever. You're the good one. You're the good child, the good daughter, the good whatever this week or this day or this month. Next month, it may be somebody else, though. You're not going to be, you're not the favorite because you're not doing something. You're not giving someone something, or vice versa. This could be huge shit. I don't know. But I feel like you shouldn't even partake in whatever this is because somebody wants you to have their back, or vice versa. No, no, no. You may literally have to say that. No, you will not support somebody. You will not give somebody money. You will not give somebody. It's something that you're not giving someone. This could be a sibling. This can be you're not backing somebody when it comes to a situation that has nothing to do with you because you're so tired of it. You're exhausted. It's been going on and on and on. And you're just like, or whoever the fuck this is, and you're just like, yeah, no. I don't want your gifts. I don't want you to try to butter me up to make me none of that shit. So some of you guys are the one that's not wanting to accept somebody's, like, gifts, so to speak, because you feel like it's an abuse of generosity when it comes to them. You feel like it's only conditional, only whenever you're the good son, the good wife, the good woman, the good man, the good girl, whatever the fuck. I mean, it doesn't have to be that deep, but for some of you guys, it's like being bought. This is like strings attached. Next thing you know, I bet you, if anything was to happen, say you do something, somebody buys you like an expensive whatever, and say something was to happen, they will definitely make sure, anything, it could be anything, they will definitely make sure that you are reminded that they got that for you. It's like, well, so you did it because you were wanting, like, something in return. Quid pro quo. That's what, and the judgment is here. Like, yeah, no, no. You don't have to be a part of something if you don't want to. Somebody's like, well, I thought this was like, we were in this shit possibly together or working on this. I don't know what this is. This could be anything. Even though the Scorpio or having your chart, whatever, but it's like you're highlighting something that's important here that I guess somebody wouldn't understand unless they're in your shoes, because you seem like you already have a lot of stuff that may be going on this week already, Capricorn, whoever this is for, and you just don't have any time for other people's shit. Like that's outside of you, that's trying to drag it into your living room, make more of a mess, and then tell you to clean it up. They'll get you something. They'll buy you something. I'll get you an ice cream cone. Are you fucking kidding me? You literally just put me in a whole bunch of drama, a whole bunch of shenanigans. I'm stressed out and shit. I'm over here taking on your burdens, your responsibilities, and you want to give me an ice cream cone for fucking my shit up? That doesn't make any sense. So you want a reward for fucking me up, for fucking me over, but you don't see it. That's the thing, though. People usually don't see shit that way, and I feel like whatever you did this Tuesday, that just passed, that we just got out of it, and some of you guys are still in it, is what the insight is, because somebody may not take your feelings or anything into consideration. Like, how do you think that makes me feel? Put me in the middle of some shit that has nothing to do with me, and you're not considerate to me, but you're not considerate to how something may make me feel. However, you're okay with bringing conflict and drama and shit to my doorstep, and then wanting me to, like, fix it for you or do something about it, and it's like, but it's not mine, though. I can help, but not the type of help you want. You're looking for somebody to take it completely off of your hands, and now it's my problem. Now we all fighting and we don't even know what the fuck for. So I don't know what this is about. but I feel like you're gone, or you got some shit, you got somewhere you gotta be or something. You're like, all right, I'm whoever that's for. And I feel like you saying no, this could be a boundary. This could also be a test. This could be all of this shit. You saying no actually brings in the justice the next day, like brings in the justice Saturday. Meaning that whatever you did to not allow something to continue, you're not going to enable, you're not going to be a part of whatever this is, actually works out completely in your favor on Saturday because I think this is Saturday. Hold on. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. My bad. Friday is just, is it Friday? It gotta be. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Friday was the 5 of Wands, my bad. So yeah, Saturday is Justice. But the only thing that just kind of like has me like thrown off is Monday. Cause I feel like it's back to some shit. Maybe the drama never ends. I just don't know. I don't know what this is, but you're just like the drama never motherfucking ends, and you just don't. Some of you guys just don't want to be a part of it. You're just like I said, no is a complete fucking sentence, whatever that even means for you. No. Um, Here's justice. That's great. That means that you more likely are on the right side of things. Like I said, because you're not even here. You're leaving somebody to their own shit because you just can't handle that. You can't deal with that right now. Um, who are we doing? Cap. Yeah, Cap. My bad. Anyways. But yeah, hopefully somebody know. Hopefully jail is not here for someone, but it definitely can be some of you guys. Not saying it's you. This can be somebody around that may get put in some type of confinement or something where they're alone or they're restricted or they can't do anything. They're helpless or something. So life lessons for sure. What's up with this justice though? Saturday. Eight of Pentacles. So, okay. So what about Sunday? The Magician. And no, that's Monday. I keep fucking forgetting. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Where the fuck is Monday? I could have sworn this was Monday. It's not. I'm tripping. My bad. I'm all like, I know what these are. Where the fuck is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Where the fuck is Monday? Did I not do it? Maybe I fucked up with my own. No, here it is. Oh my goodness. Whew. I forgot. This is Sunday because it's after this. My bad. This is Sunday and then this is Monday. So okay. My bad. I forgot about the Two of Swords. I knew it was somewhere. So what's this decision you have to make? I think Sunday. Yeah. Because I remember this Eight of Swords being like Monday, and I was like, okay, I'm trying to figure out why. Okay, so what's this decision that you have to make? Maybe you have to make a decision to either, I don't know, this jail here or something's here where somebody's restricted or confined. So what's this decision that you got to make Sunday? Three of Swords. This is about separating from something. Somebody's, or you, or I don't know, but there's definitely a separation, or you're just either you're deciding to separate from whatever this is, or this is like you separating some people because it's not working. It's not working out, or they can't be together for whatever reason in the same room or same whatever. I don't know what the fuck going on. And what's up with this Eight of Swords? And we're done. This shit was long as hell. These are not supposed to be this long, but I got into it. My bad. Hold on. Give me a second. Eight of Swords. Yeah, somebody's free. So, okay, whatever happened, maybe you're making the decision to free somebody out of something, jail. I don't know what the fuck this is for whatever reason. Um, or you're just letting something go, freeing your mind. Whatever this is, you or whomever. I feel like somebody really needs to make a decision on like, do they want to be happy or do they want to be dealing with this? I just don't know. I don't know. Somebody's happiness is on the line, and I'm pretty sure that is really important. And it is for me. I don't know about y'all, but it is for me. Give me a second. All right. My bad. I'm just trying to catch up because people talking and I don't pay attention. Hmm. My bad. Right. So, the stuff that you're talking about seem like gang stalking in a sense, but I don't know if gang stalkers. I mean, I'm not saying they don't, but I didn't know. I know they tamper with shit and et cetera, but I don't know if they do things where they're actually harming you, like poisoning you and stuff, because that sounds personal. I don't know me personally. That wouldn't be the first thing I go to do. I mean, if that's the agenda, though, I could see that being something that would happen. In that case. However, I don't see how that's like. I really feel like that's more personal. So it would make me feel like it has to be somebody that I kind of know or something like that. That's doing this shit. That's targeting me. If that's the case, that's not for every. I mean, I'm just saying. Baby, are you going to work out? They still saying the same thing. What is it? Huh? I don't know what's going on. I am Gemini but it made me stronger. Some other stuff. Okay, I think I got caught up with that. Okay, I have to go. I'm sick. Okay. Yeah, leave this. Hmm. Yeah, they need to stop. So again, that's the only thing I can think of. For me, I would feel like if somebody's fucking with you, and especially if they're possibly poisoning you, that is like some personal shit. I don't know somebody who just random, unless you're like a celebrity, people get about people that they get obsessed with, and next it's like I don't even fucking know. But I don't see why, like, it has to be personal. I don't see why somebody would do some shit like that if it's something personal about you that somebody knows that they're trying to get to or get at. Like, I just don't understand. I don't get it. And my cat's sick. I really hope he does separate himself from them because they are really toxic partiers and don't care about people when they drink too much, etc. They're the type to give a drunk guy some pills. I've seen shit like that in the reading, but I try not to stick to it too much because I know everybody got different things going on, but I try not to get too far off because I could be on this shit for a long time, clarifying things, and I'm not gonna do that. Scary stuff. I wish that on anyone. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. It's all happening to me. Capricorn moon, please say. Yeah, more than likely. Because I don't see sun energy just lingering. I've been trying to have authorities step in. I've been hospitalized. It'd be justice. It seems like it. I mean, I had gotten justice in the end of this week. So, um, my ex oh, your ex. Goodness gracious. Breaking in and I'm literally dying. Is there, there should be, I'm actually it should because I don't have to go to the hospital. Culprit put Clorox Beach in my vape. I have the rest after the rest of the day life. I pray they catch these people before it's too late. Nowhere to go. I'm knocked out all day and can't call the right person. Stay wouldn't let me. Lifetime insurance. Well, okay. That's actually valid. People do, there's things like that that do happen, and people are in desperate times trying to get money and shit, so I don't know what type of shit you got going on, honey, and I'm sorry that's even going on with you because, especially when you don't have the proper support, um, that's really weird for people to break in a place and then they don't do anything about it. But yeah, none of that shit sounds good. And gang stalking, it's crazy because I would get that. I didn't get it, but I did get it. There was a lot of shit that is going on, a lot of foul play. Like I said, Five of Swords, uh, things, matters of the heart, health. All that shit was popping up, and I don't usually say much about health. I try not to because I want people to try to like make me feel like I'm the reason why something. No, but people do be going through crazy situations that I have nothing. I don't know shit about. Like I haven't dealt with it like that, but and it says servers are down. Mhm. And that's another thing too. You really have to be aware of like I know when you're younger, you don't think much, especially if you don't have like the right guidance and shit. You don't think much of like who's living with you and who has access to shit, and if they got access to any files you may have, any personal information, any social security cards, shit like that. Shit shouldn't just be laying out and around and about. Like you don't just I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be funny, because I've been the type before that's just like, oh, whatever, shit's just around, and anybody know. Um, Absolutely fucking not. I heard people that has problems with identity theft has been really like is like a big ass struggle to actually get everything back on track like for years. I'm not saying that's what but it's an actual thing. And I really feel like gang stalking is personal unless people that are wanting to just get rid of someone puts a whole bunch of people up to something. It has to be either like their minions and the people just do it for fun or they getting paid or both. All sad shit to really when you really think about it. People are just trash. I mean, they just don't no moral compass, no nothing. They don't give a fuck because they feel like nobody else gives a fuck. So why should they? And that's the reason why it's fucking chaos going on. Um, People so quick to lose their temper. People so quick to off somebody for money. Like it's just fucking mayhem. I'm not saying that's like, because it's not as, how can I say it? It's not like as, I'm not gonna say often, but you don't hear it like often. I'm not saying that it's not a thing, because it could be something that is real often, but you may not hear about it. Um, I just feel like it's often nowadays where every time you turn around, somebody cutting up somebody or grinding up babies or throwing them in dryers, and it's just like all kinds of shit. Um, And it's just like, okay, some people are just, they don't care to like think about my fucking contacts. They don't care to fucking think about other situations because they're not in it. They're not dealing with it. And it's crazy because I have those feelings too. It's not, you don't have to feel bad about having the feeling of like, well, it's not me. Because maybe it would never be you, or maybe it would. Never know. You know. Mm. Oh, that's what the restrictions are, huh? Okay. That's crazy. I just picked up this deck because I haven't been using it, and that's the first thing I get. The ball and chain. I said something about the ball and chain for somebody else, but it says stuck, weighed down, restrictions, addictions, heavy burdens, baggage, codependency trap, difficult relationship, and it's like, yeah, and then yarn with problems, complicated circumstances, all tied up, string along, unraveling, puzzling, hassles, tangled up. Yeah. And it says go public, be heard. So I mean, I don't know how else to put your story out there, but this could be what you want. Somebody just wants to be heard, which seems like you at this point. Somebody wants to be heard because they want some type of miracle or protection, or you want some type of miracle or protection because you're being weighed down by complicated circumstances. That's puzzling. And shit's been happening for a while. Shit's been difficult. It's been heavy, and you want to fucking talk about it. You want to speak about it. I feel you. Everybody's going through different things. That's the reason why it's like, and these, I haven't shuffled these yet, so I just kind of pull from the bottom. Yeah, and it says more than meets the eye, look deeper, mysterious, buried memories, illusions, subconscious, hidden depths, complex. The whole point of them doing shit like that, well, for him, clearly his point is just to try to get money. Um, I'm guessing if somebody is saying there's an insurance policy on you, or sorry, a life insurance policy on you, and they're badgering you and harassing you and coming on your property and breaking into your shit, and you can't get police to do anything about it. It kind of reminds me of like it's situations that people have had even on YouTube, like they'll record it and show you situations that people had that actually was going through like tough things regarding family and getting away from them, and then also having, feeling like people are after them, or that they're being like like gang stalked and shit like that. And it's even can be by your own family, or people that you would consider family or whatever. So all that is like most definitely legit. I wouldn't say I don't know firsthand, but I believe it for sure. For sure. And a lot of times, those people, I'm not going to say all the time, of course, but it's times where people spoke up about shit and then they end up missing, disappearing, especially when the shit is like something serious, like something that, um, say you would want to make sure that your niece or nephew knew uh, how to spot, I don't know, maybe a trafficking situation, shit like that, you know. You want them to be aware of their surroundings, what to look for, who to call, who, and shit like that. But the whole point of gang stalking for the most part, most people, to drive the person crazy so that people just like they literally it's crazy to me because it's very fucking Hollywood. If you know where I'm coming from, like it's very like that's some movie shit. And it's so wild that people are actually fucking falling for it. Like that's how people really treat you. Like people really do shit like this. And it be situations that's going on. Why do you think people come up with these? Because they dealt with it too. Or they've seen it, they know how it is. They've seen it, they've been through it, they dealt with it. They've seen somebody else go through it. Either way, um so people know that it's real, it's a real thing. Um it's a tactic so that people can Britney Spears you. Puppeteer and shit. Next you know is like you kind of are in the palm of their hands because you can't do shit without their say so. It literally gets to that because they have everything. Everything is controlled. Everything will be controlled, and then it looks like you're the person that's fucking crazy, or you're the one that got. Now they can set you up. Now in your case, you saying it's some other shit that's more dangerous because somebody's actually trying to take your life. Now, as far as I never really heard of like gang stalking turning into that. Is like I feel like it's like I feel like gang stalking is like a well, yeah, five of swords was there. I feel like a gang stalking situation can be a five of swords situation because things are purposely being done and strategically being placed and tampered with and fucked with. It's foul play. It's like where something really was wrong, or somebody really was in the wrong, or people are in the wrong. However, it's starting to look like the opposite. Like, is something wrong with you or the person that is being gang stalked? Now, people look and laugh at it and shit, but it's so fucking Hollywood because that's the type of shit people do in movies. Like, the shit's not fucking funny. If somebody, personally, I can't say that for everybody because, yeah, you do have people who may have mental health issues and maybe they're in psychosis or maybe whatever. I completely understand those situations, or maybe somebody is like in altered state because they on some shit. Completely understand. We're not talking about that though. If somebody literally came to me and I noticed that they're not, I know the signs of someone who's going through like when they going through um certain stages in their like with episodes when it comes to like schizophrenia, bipolar, shit like that. I know certain, not all the time, it's certain people. It just really depends on who. But I definitely, especially with the bipolar part, those fucking phases, the stages. Some people can be in a catatonic state for a long time. Some people can get out of that. Some people can be on it for a little. It's just I get that, but you should be able. If somebody literally came up to me, everything, they're not crazy. They don't appear to be frazzled, to have some type of something going on to where it's fucking with them. If I don't see all those things, because I mean, people, it is great actors out here, great actors and actresses and shit like that. But if I don't notice any signs of, okay, well, they're not erratic, if they're, I can go from there and then talk and then go from there and see what happens, because you'll be able to figure it out eventually. And I would genuinely know if somebody is like, they not bullshitting. It's kind of like these videos and shit you see, these TikTok videos and all this other stuff of these people capturing all this shit that's going on, and you not believing it because you have AI sitting right next door. It's like, it's understandable, and it's not making it any better that AI is so advanced as it is now, even though it's been advanced. Motherfucker wasn't saying shit. We were just, prototypes everywhere. We were always being experimented on. I don't give a fuck what race you are. I don't care what car you drive, what city you in. It doesn't fucking matter. We're all being experimented on. It's just that different ethnicities and shit, they get experimented on different ways, and it's not for white people. It's like on some I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of times is more so on uh living like the Joneses or whatever. When it come and it kind of, I'm talking about the movie, but still the whole phrase and everything too. But the movie where these people, they weren't really a couple, they weren't really married, they didn't really have a family. All these people were hired to pretend to be a family, to go into a community, i.e., a neighborhood, a very expensive, very uh big ass house type of neighborhoods, and sell the American dream. Pretty much wear all the flyest shit, wear all the newest shit, have all the newest gear, gadgets, all this shit. It was to sell. It was marketing. They was doing this shit just so people can be like, "Ooh, you have that? I want that too." Sales go up. Literally, that's how I feel like experiments go when it comes to white people in America. Or just period, but mostly in America. Now you have Hispanic, Spanish, whatever, especially if they're from Mexico. If they're from South America or Mexico, it may be some breaking and going there because they get treated differently than actual Spaniards from actual Spain. So it's just like you got the upscale, up class, uppity, come from royalty, all that shit, great. And then you have people coming from Mexico, etc., and people looking at them differently than they look at the other, because the other, oh, they it's just a different aesthetic. Is the way of living, way of doing things, not entirely. It's just different. So the Spaniards, or the people who are proper, so to speak, they treated differently than the one, and studied and experimented on differently than the ones who grew up poor, not having much, coming here because they're trying to make something for themselves. Not the lazy and the ones that's trying to be here just to suck everything out of us, and give it to their own people, or take it back to their own country, whatever. No. However, I just feel as if everybody gets experimented on, and for my own people, I have to say it, because the history is just, I mean, proof is in the pudding. History is just trash. A lot of it's made up, and a lot of it we don't even fucking know most of whatever our real history actually is. And for the most part, I don't give a fuck what anybody say. They can't really say, yeah, I know. You don't, because you was never actually there. So there's that. But that's fine. I'm not saying that it's not true. Uh, however, it's just, I don't know. I'm tired of being experimented on, but for my own people, we've been experimented on in way harsher conditions. Not saying, it's kind of how like people are treating Mexicans now, or have been for years too. Um, I'm not trying to be funny, but I have Mexican people and whatnot that are cool, and you got a lot that aren't. They kind of look like they look at you as if they're uh above you. And that should be funny, especially for black people. They looking at us because of what they heard, what they seen, what they deal with. And it's just like, yeah, of course. Like I said on whoever reading, I think it was Pisces, where everybody was on cops back in the day. You could have been you could have been Hawaiian. You was on cops. Like, it doesn't matter. Anybody can get in trouble. Anybody can be on drugs, or just out there like that, or just on some drama shit, or just never sitting their ass down. Any fucking ethnicity, anybody. So I feel like they've also, and it's crazy because a lot of times the ones that didn't grow up, sorry, I can't say didn't grow up like that, but the ones that actually don't listen to the hearsay, might have dealt with some bad apples when it comes to other black people, but they don't allow that to be their character, as far as that they just going to treat all black people like you're beneath me. And that's the thing. And then you got some that do, and they've been experimenting on as well. Like, everybody's been experimenting on. And from like again from my own people, we definitely been the type of experimenting that's been going on with us is just been like insane. It's to literally keep us divided and keep people hating us for fucking ever. I promise you. It's always going to be something being brought up about, oh, a black person did this, so everybody's going to be like, and just sending negative energy out there because, and it's just like, what can we do about it? It's the media. They are allowed to do this shit. And people are allowed to record it and put it out there too. And people are out here like, yeah, like it's always them. You don't even know the fucking half of it. Yeah, I will say every fucking ethnicity got their trifling ass whatevers, because my people definitely do. And yeah, it does piss me off as well, because that shit is just like, why are you acting like that? So yeah, it's annoying, but to constantly see my own people going through that, or just being in that situation that has a type of light put on them to make them look like they're just all ignorant, it's just trash, is sad. It is. It really fucking is. It's very much so sad. So, and the type of shit we've been like, the experiment is just, it's so wild. It goes all the way back to, like, okay, relaxers was a big thing in, I want to say, the 90s. Most definitely, relaxers was a big thing. We would get our relaxers, we got to get, all that shit, because we want to have our shit looking straight. It's not because we trying to look like somebody, but we want our shit, we want to do this, that, and the third with our shit. Yeah, most of those companies were owned, even though it looked like you may think it's a fucking black company. Nah, it is all white companies. They don't know shit about our hair. And they're in it for the fucking money, so they don't give a damn what fucking chemicals is in it, because they know supply and fucking demand. The people want it because it does this, and they gonna give it, but they gonna definitely, they not they hoping you don't care what the fuck it is that's in it, because they don't care what the fuck it is that's in it. And maybe they do care, who knows. Some people don't really be caring about the trash shit that their companies be doing, but they still be there, because why would they leave behind millions of dollars that they've been making, but they still feel bad because they hurting other people. I'm sorry that you're going through all that. If anyone, I don't know. I'm over here like ranting about some other shit. I'll do a little swivel, schwabble, or whatever. See what you got going on, or help you out. So. Too bad. I mean, I don't know. You said all your bank accounts and everything is hacked. That's wild. Because I was thinking like maybe you can, but nah. I mean, if you have the money, because I don't even know how you're staying somewhere and you can't even get into your accounts. It's a lot going on. A lot going on. Judgment is here. Ten of Swords. This just seems like. Whew. I mean, judgment, I guess in a situation, judgment is good, because that would be like you kind of reaching some final verdict. This could be something that is final, but hold on. It says the daily choices I make now align me with my life's purpose. Maybe you just supposed to go. You don't got a car? Even if not, I think it's crazy. You got cash and you got a car. You can't get into your bank account and all this other shit. I don't know how. If you don't have your bank card, do you not have that? At least you got a place. But if it's getting broken into and all this other shit, that's no good. Because I was gonna say just fucking just pack up and leave. Like boogie bag is what I mean. That's insane. So your ex, you say your ex is must be the one doing it because I'm trying to figure out, can't you get another social security number? And I know it's like a whole crazy ass process, but can't you get another social security number? And why don't you just do that? If you get, I don't know how you get money, I guess if it's from the government, I don't know, you may have to I don't know if you got any of your accounts. If you don't have any of your accounts, I don't know how the fuck you can get in there and change like your direct deposit. If you pass out all day, that could be carbon monoxide, just so you know. So you may, yeah. So somebody is that your place have gas? They checked. Know what? I mean, judgment is here, but there's definitely some shit going on. Definitely enemies here. Definitely people trying to ruin you and curse you, and definitely, yeah. Um, the Ten of Swords has been popping up heavy though. Oh, no gas. Hmm. I'm trying to think what else would make somebody just passing out all day. I don't know if you mean like once or just in and out, or how long is you passing out for during the day. I wouldn't even be in the house at that point. But that's me. Sometimes, I mean, in your situation, if things are already bad, what's the point of being afraid to lose a place that you're being like stalked and shit? You might as well just, oh, well, mold is definitely something you shouldn't be in. Because yeah, mold can fucking kill you. That's especially black mold. I'm not saying that's what's going on, but yeah, it causes a lot of problems. I would know this like straight up. So I don't know what that's about. I'm not saying it is mold. Either way, too bad your cat don't have a harness, because I'll be like, I would just get a boogie bag, get my cat, and I'll just be fucking homeless at that point and just try to figure it out from there. I'm not saying that, I mean, you at least are able to be aware of your surroundings, because you don't have anything that can possibly do anything to you, because you were right there. You're just like, nobody, you don't know if somebody's coming in your place or anything. If you're passing out until a certain time, that's crazy. You sure you don't have diabetes? Let me not be funny, because I'm not trying to be, but it's like, I don't know what it is that can you be passing out until a certain time every day. I can't walk that far. I have to get her safe first. It is black on windows. That's black mold. That shit can really actually, like, that's not good. And not only that, um, it's some other shit actually with the black mold. That's one thing. And then you also have um because I don't know what type of health problems you have. Yeah. But the black mold thing is most definitely and I don't know if black mold causes that. I can look it up actually, just cause I don't even know why I'm into the thyroid and asthma. That's crazy though. My best friend had a thyroid problem and she passed out a lot. She'll tilt her head back and then she'll just be like she'll fall asleep. She'll just pass out. It was so bad to where she was just doing the shit. It was bad until she found out that her thyroid was overactive or underactive, or it was doing something, and she had to get some type of surgery, and she also had to take some type of thyroid medication too. And thyroid situations can cause problems as well, but I'm pretty sure the black mold don't help. If it's black on your windows and you know it's molded, that's not good. Especially if you have thyroid issue and you have asthma, especially for the asthma. Especially for the asthma. And mold, it will definitely make you cough. It will definitely fuck with your breathing. So you're disabled. How old are you? Because if you're a disabled older person and this is going on, so who the fuck is trying? Like, why is somebody trying to do something to you? Especially your ex. Like, are they a fucking junkie? Because usually people just move on or just hmm, interesting. Where do you, if you don't mind me asking, where do you live? I have no idea, but his ex have tried restraining too. So he actually, hopefully, did you know this before then? Before it had, like, if I knew any of this stuff beforehand, I definitely wouldn't deal with the person, but I'm guessing you must have didn't know until after the fact or some shit like that. He brings his lawyers. That's so a person who's a stalker and all this other shit has lawyers. Interesting. So this is like an episode of You. Okay. I'm not trying to be funny, but I would rather be homeless than be dealing with that shit. I know you say you can't, but I don't know what else to do. It got to be like a shelter for women. Where you at again? He's a celeb. Well, that makes a lot of sense then. Yeah, I don't know what celebrity means. You know. Mm. A celeb could mean anything to anybody, but if you're not saying his name, it must be somebody that's well known. I mean, I know a lot of these celebrities and shit, these so-called people who, have some type of clout or whatever, they be watching tarot and shit too. They even be going to their little tarot readers, and which is fine. They're psychics and et cetera, et cetera. Ain't nothing, it is what it is. It owns a TV show. A man? I don't know why Ellen DeGeneres was the first thing that popped the fuck up when you said owns a TV show. Uh, Ghost Whisperer. Isn't that old? Or Ghost Hunters? Shit, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Ghost Rider is a show. One of the above. I forgot. It was like Ghost Whisperer. What's that other one? Some other shit. Ghost something. Something about ghosts. I thought maybe it's one of those shows, like the ghost shows on whatever that channel is. Where's my... Oh, Ghost Hunt? Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember people on that, but I'm trying to figure out. I don't remember who's on that. I'll have to look. Either way, um, the shit that's happening to you either way is still, it's foul, and I feel like it is people who have power to do anything. They got lawyers. They can make anything happen. Anybody disappear or whatever the case may be, and nobody will question it. I definitely believe that for sure. Um, yeah. No, I definitely understand that because uh, you see the type of shit that's been going on. People, like I've already said, um, people do come up missing by talking about certain shit or exposing certain shit. So yeah, I completely understand, especially lately, like the past few years. It's already 118. I was gonna do Pisces. That shit ain't happening. What am I doing tomorrow? Or today, later on. I might be back on. Well, I don't know. Whatever. So, if you see me, then you know. I spent mad time on this reading for the most part. Seems like there's a lot going on. But yeah, that infiltration shit, being experimented on, all that. Yeah, that's why I'm always disappointed when I see people who's trying to appeal to urban culture. My issue is like you will never be us, and the only time you claim us is because we trending in some sort of way. You want to also feel like you are down, and I look at it as you have all the opportunities to be a regular person, be just white, you know, and help, or be just white and use your fucking uh privileges to make shit great, like to teach your kids and teach your moms and dads. I mean, as much as you can, because once somebody's a certain age, it doesn't matter. They pretty much are who they are. But that's what I'd rather see. I don't want to see people trying to act like me and dress like me and wear things like me and talk like me, like slang and shit. Like just because what? Because I'm black, okay? You don't know what that fucking means. You don't know anything about it. You don't know how it fucking feels. But you want to wear the shit. You want to wear a mask, pretty much. But you don't want to. You don't want to actually suffer like the type of I ain't gonna say suffer. It's like there's like people don't want to walk through the shadows of the valleys of death when it comes to how we have to move through life, because we've already been conditioned, we've been taught early on, because our parents, a lot of them were ignorant, didn't know any better. Some did. A lot of people didn't know the game. They didn't know we didn't know we were getting poisoned by our own community. We didn't know people was coming in there to spy on us to see how we do this, how we do that. Oh, black people love this, so let's poison them using that. It's like literally, like, yo, you would probably think that I'm just making shit up and just saying shit. No, this is type of shit that was actually been going on for a long fucking time. Before I was born, before my mom was born, all especially in the 1900s for sure, you know, because I mean, but when somebody was like, "Hey, we should segregate," it was a fucking rap. The line was already drawn, so it's kind of like, either you're over here with us and you know who you are and you know that you're superior, or you're over there with them and you're just as bad as them because I said so, i.e., the government or whoever the fuck came up with, let's infiltrate the black community and fuck it up before it even gets a chance to even try to better you know, its roots, so to speak. And it's just like, it's kind of like ruining a kid's imagination before they even get to have one. Ruining something before somebody gets a chance to actually experience it. It's shit like that. And it fucked everything up. It just completely fucked everything, and people cannot get out of it. All my own people cannot. There's a lot of them that cannot. They're fucking stuck to that same. They're just stuck to that programming. It's fucked. Like, they want to keep talking about it. They want to keep cycling it, and they feel like it's justifiable because that's the way it should be. No, the fuck it shouldn't. We should not be getting experimented on when we can't experience a good life because somebody said, "Oh, we don't deserve it." What the? Who are you? What? So, okay, so they're God. Okay, all right, all right. Now I understand. They're God, and they're pretty much, they're telling you you have to. This is how you have to live. Like, this is how it is. No, this is how it was created. It's not how it is. It wasn't how it is. You don't see ladybugs out there going to other ladybugs just because they got different spots and like, ew. Like, come on now. Motherfuckers don't care. Like, they just hoping they not getting eaten. That's like the survival shit. That's when it feels like how I feel. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about race because it's about character. I don't give a fuck about your race. It's about character. So I don't. If I'm seeing somebody, if I don't fuck with them and don't like them, it's probably some personal shit for the most part, or just because. But it's not because, oh, it's a personal thing, and my mom, my dad, the government, whomever told me that watch out for people like you. You're a thief, and you're on welfare and shit. It's like, bitch, I don't even know what welfare is. That's how much none of that shit was actually true. Like, it's like having already having like some type of idea who a person is because they were being put over there for a reason. And the reason is, because they're not like us. We're not the same. We're better than. Just know that. That's what he was treating motherfuckers, and it was because they was hearing that and seeing that from the same fucking government right now that's probably fucking you up. Like, these people, like, yeah, I promise you, it's the same older people. I'm not even trying to be funny. A lot of times, it's the same older people that's in their like 80s and their 70s, 80s, maybe not 70s, but yeah, 70s, 80s, 90s and up. I understand they've lived a long fucking life, but a lot of them are really like, you can go to an environment, you can go somewhere, and bunch of older people, old people, they're doing their thing on their golf carts, whatever the fuck they do. And I mean, I'm not saying like I ain't gonna be old one day. I'm definitely probably gonna be on a golf cart, but you know, they live in a nice community, nice whatever, and somebody comes in that's not like them. They're just like, they want to just know what do you do for a living. You have to be like, it's no way you living here and you not either selling drugs or some type of thief or some type of something. And it sucks that people get that disposition up front, but that's kind of how it feels. Just to be That's just how I feel. People don't have to say anything. Nobody has to say anything. It's just, I can feel that shit. I know that you already feel like you superior, so you really don't care, but you feel like you fighting for a cause because how dare they do that to you? Yeah, you don't understand that. You don't really know how that goes because you're in this big ass mansion and my ass is working for you. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So that's that's pretty much, people, they want to be about something, about a cause, standing up for people and their rights, but it's like you're only doing that because you have a privilege to do that. If you was really there standing up for the people, you would stand up for everybody. But if you really cared, it wouldn't be just you standing up for you just saying you standing up for the people. You would actually be in the fucking fields, like dirty, getting your hands dirty. And I don't mean doing that just so you can oppress people or have people look at you like, yeah, you're helping them, like you're doing, people who do shit like that just for attention or for people to be like, oh yeah, they're a good person. I don't like that shit because you don't have to be loud and boastful and proud about helping people, because that should be something you should already do as a human being, to help another person. I don't give a fuck what they look like, what skin color, whatever. If they going through a tough time, if they fail, if they whatever, why are you like, helping them the fuck up? Like, what do you, like, it shouldn't, like, none of that shit should matter because you're human. You can easily go through that too. And you would want somebody to be like, no matter fucking what, you would want somebody to be like, damn, let me help you. I don't give a fuck what you are. I don't get it. People let EMTs help them. Shit. It's like, you should know, but people should know by now, and a lot of people do. People should know by now that if they finding out that one thing is rigged, everything is fucking rigged. So there should be no fucking surprises. Um, Things have been strategically placed. I mean, how do you? I'm not even gonna get into that, but things have been strategically placed for it to look like natural occurring events. I don't give a fuck what it is. It can be weather, because that's another one too. That looks like natural occurring events. So it seems like we have a history. This shit is, I just can't abide. I do not get jiggy with that shit. I'm sorry. And the reason why I do not is because none of this shit is like actually, there's actually no real proof of a lot of things. Now there is proof of shit that the government has hidden, hides a lot of, but is no real proof in a lot of other things where it's like, okay, you're just creating shit and then saying that, oh yeah, naturally this happened. And it really fucking didn't. And we got to sit here and be like, yeah, I remember, when this virus came out and no, that was a fucking experiment. Another experiment, because why the fuck do we have boosters and needles and shots for all these different, for fucking what? I haven't had a immunization, mostly, like cold, and I don't do any of those shits. If I ever sick, then boom, deal with it. But I don't do any of those shits because why? I don't even know like what's in it. What is it doing? I don't like just taking shots because somebody said, "Oh, you should be vaccinated." I mean, I get some stuff, but a lot of shit is like, huh? Vaccinated for fucking what? If I get a cold, well, if I get a cold, that just means that's my body saying, bitch, you're doing something wrong. So why the fuck would I sit here and, take something for it? So it suppresses it. I don't want it to be I need it to be what it is. It's like when people say you gotta have your kid gotta get have germs and stuff so they can build up an immune system. It's the same shit. Whatever. I know I'm like going on and on, but it is like it's so many things. It's so many fucking things. It's the reason why you should definitely live by your own rules, respectfully. You don't want to just be out here being rude and just doing dumb shit and doing whatever and just feeling and thinking that people just gotta fall or just gonna fall in line with shit. The law, whatever. I mean, you can. There is moments where people are just completely, trashes a whole police officer's day because they know their rights, they know everything, they know the law. But then you also have people who don't, So um I'm not saying get belligerent and just do whatever, but break the rules. Just know that there are limits and you don't want to get cocky. That's all. Because I feel like everybody else is breaking fucking rules. I've met so many people who don't have license to do shit that's been doing it and making mad money. Not saying it's about money because I actually want to do what they're doing because I actually have a license, but I cannot really do it for other reasons, but I can still, but it's like risky to me. But I'm sitting here like, man, fuck all that. Like I don't, nobody should have like room for what ifs. Like I just feel like people should be able to kind of experience the most out of something. Even if you don't have it all together, still just do it. If it's risky, you really got to consider shit, of course. However, I'm not saying just be a fraudster and be a trickster and just be out here, just scheming and scamming. No, that's not what I mean. Um, I say if it's something you want to do, but you feel like there's restrictions for other, if for in some way there's restrictions. Some of you guys may actually have to get uncomfortable for this one. Who wants to be homeless literally out on the road or out on the streets, literally? Who wants to be, all these things? But there has to be hotlines, there has to be support, there has to be a group, there has to be something. There has to be shelter, there has to be some type of like something for you. And I'm pretty sure in your case, what you're going through, you definitely can. Um, so for your sake, maybe you should be finding um not like maybe adoption or somebody that people that can take in your cat while you get yourself situated, because maybe you need to go out on your own and figure some I don't I just I it's hard for me to say this 'cause I know it's like some people can just up and do it. You say your medicine's all fucked up. I feel like the best thing to do is to um I would say explain what's going on and see if they can write you a new prescription and you go pick that up and keep that on you so that you're not getting tampered with. That it's not getting tampered, my bad. Like literally keep it on you some way. I don't know if you got a fanny pack, keep your stuff on, whatever. Um, I feel like just suit and boot yourself up as best as possible, and you may literally have to either find a hotline, especially if this is a situation where you are in danger. I feel like why not? That should be the first thing you do. Another way that you can get yourself out of a situation, even if it's for 2 days, 48 hours. Um, Sadly, I don't want to like because this is not, but suicide hotline or anything where they may feel like you're at risk of harming yourself. That's another one. I'm not saying do it because you are. They may treat you like you are, but at least they get you out of the situation to where you have time to kind of like really explain what's going on. But that may actually make it harder because I mean maybe because that may make a situation to where they do evaluate you. Next, they got you confined. But at the same time, what would you rather be, in a place where you're not being tampered with, and at least you're like in the hands of some type of professionals, or and people, and nobody's like, well, people can still get in, people can still do their thing. So it's like, even like, if you're being tracked that deep, any moves you make, people are going, if they're watching, they going, they'll try to probably follow you. I don't know. I'm not trying to scare you, because I have no idea. However, I definitely would. My ass would be in the ER all night. That's another thing too. There are problems because I pass out as soon as I get home. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Passing out as soon as you get home. What is that other stuff that people use to? It's some other shit that people use to kind of like knock people out. I forgot what that shit is called. Is maybe it's some shit like that. I don't know. I forgot what it's called, but I've seen people use that stuff before. Oh man. Everfresh. That's the only thing I can think of. It's like that's only what you're saying. It seems like that's what you're trying to say. I don't know if you're saying that. Uh, but because I know. Okay, and what's that? Was Eve something? Because I know that's a white powder, but that's for vacuuming though. But I'm pretty sure if you got asthma, you probably don't just want to have certain things like that in your vacuum. What they put in. If they're taking stuff from, like, how are they continuously taking stuff from you? How many times are they doing this? Is this something that's happening like every day? None of this shit's crazy. And I didn't think people can do life insurance policies unless yeah, unless there's like an actual attachment, like somebody has to be someone's something. I could be wrong. I don't know how the fuck that goes. And it's people who've been committing insurance fraud. Fucking whole industry, actually, of motherfuckers that do that. But on people 7 times. What? I still don't like. You don't know. You just says a powder substance. Ex was my caregiver. Oh yeah, that's not that. Yeah, that's not okay. Yeah. This reminds me of that movie. 'Cause I was just pointing that shit out the other day. Uh, Fall from Grace. You gotta really be careful with shit like that. Short period. So what they used to knock people out on. If you I don't know how you pass out as soon as you get. I just that's insane, and it's wild that nobody is doing anything about it. But if this is only happening when you get home, then it's something in the fucking house, period. But the fact that they are, it's also something else going on. Definitely foul play. But if there is black mold, because that has been a thing. Like, I literally seen a video where a lady was living in, I think it was a newer house, like a newer built house, and who knows what happened. The construction was just poor, like most of these houses these days. And if I'm not mistaken, it was like bad black mold causing her to, she couldn't sleep. She looked horrible. She couldn't breathe, she couldn't sleep. She was literally getting ill. I don't know why she was still sitting in the house, but and then her and her daughter, they were both sleeping, I think, downstairs because it's that bad. But it can do that to you for sure. I'm talking about if you have anything wrong with your sinuses, if you have any respiratory, it will fuck all of that up. All of it. I know this for a fact. I literally, it's a thing that came out not too long, I don't want to say a thing, but it came to my attention. Like, it was not something that people just know about, but it's called um uh fuck, my bad. Leukocyte. Hold on. It's something like that. It's one of the white blood cells, but it's when it's when those cells attack your whatever's trying to block the allergen from irritating you. Your white blood cells are attacking the shit that's supposed to be helping you. And I forgot what it is, but it is like with mold. That's literally it. It was signaling to my body that it needs histamine or whatever, or it needs to fucking, but my white blood cells was attacking what was actually trying to keep me from getting inflamed or from having a flare up. And I never had asthma in my fucking life ever. Um but a flare up in the Lyme disease is that's definitely a problem. That can be from ticks as well. But yeah. So, and sometimes you don't know, like, it can be from a long time ago, like not long time, but it might have happened. Like, you might have gotten bit like a while ago, but you didn't have any like symptoms, but it shows up gradually. I don't know how progressive it gets. But yeah, if you have any, and I never had asthma in my life. I never had any issues breathing. I never had issues with my lungs. And all of a sudden, that was like, I was literally having asthma attacks to the point to where I thought I was about to pass out and die myself. It was so bad that, I literally couldn't, like, I would rather sleep in my car than be there. And that's just pretty much what it is. Um, I never had a problem like that before, but now all of a sudden I got this asthma, um, and it's due to black mold. It's really not. It's shit's not. It's not a something to fuck with. Like, it was super bad. I'm talking about waking up middle of the night with this situations where I can't fucking breathe and I gotta sit up for 30 minutes or whatever and take me a allergy medicine, or my thing is Zyrtec. That's my favorite so far. Take me to Zyrtec and just kind of like wait for it to subside and then possibly get some sleep and luck and actually surprise that my ass is waking up in the morning. Like, that's how bad it was. That bad. And I went to the doctor about it. The reason why I just knew that they weren't going to do anything about it or even look into it, because they don't know anything about it. Those TV, the shows that used to come on that was about like mystery diagnosis and crazy shit like that. I used to watch things like that and be like, I wonder if anything like mysterious, like that would ever happen to me or whatever. Not saying that I wanted it to, but I'm just like, I wonder how that would be. And that pretty much was it. and a lot of times the doctors don't believe that because they never really had people coming in with these situations. They don't know shit about mold, and it's like, how the fuck are you a doctor or a whatever, and you don't know how bad mold is, and you act like you're surprised that black mold does this to people? I was surprised because I never looked into it, but as a doctor, you would be on the shit. I would, as a person who like who's into healing, I would be like, yeah, I want to know the ins and out. I want to know what this is about. How does it affect the body? What does it do? Does it like shit like that? And it's crazy the doctors don't be putting you on to real shit because they don't want to study something. They don't want to look further, or you're just tripping. It's just anxiety. It's just this. And then the whole fucking time you got stage 3 something or whatever. I'm not saying that's literally what's going on, but it's like what I'm pretty much saying is sometimes you gotta fucking like do your own research, go deep. Sometimes you gotta prove to people that you wasn't tripping. Um, like for you, for instance, is like taking certain items that you know has been tampered with and getting them tested for certain shit and then going from there. Because being able to build up some type of fucking case, even though when it comes down to people having all of your information and having all this and all that. Now breaking and entering is one thing, and if he used to be your caretaker, he might have already had your information, like back whenever y'all were dealing with each other. And I don't know why. I can't even say I don't know why. It's kind of wild, but I wonder how many people do shit like this, like celebrities and people who got money and power. How many people try to like, hook up and whatnot and with people that are vulnerable and then steal their information and shit like that just so they can get insurance policies and stay rich because they don't want to be or something like that. It's like sacrificing. Fuck. Now that I think about it, that's not far fetched. Now that I think about it, because what's a random soul that nobody's gonna know because they're not a celebrity? If you don't know about somebody, then yeah, if you don't know about somebody, then you can't really say much. But celebrities, though, most people know everything. And most times, know a lot of things that's going on in their life because it's it's everywhere because they're everywhere. Like people, they're being followed, they're being pictures, and so their business is out there. But I always wondered how people who have like money, not even money, like people who are just celebrities, but they haven't done anything for a long time. I'm not saying they didn't invest or anything, but I'm just like, how are they still relevant? What are they doing? A lot of them, now that I think about it, maybe they're sacrificing regular people who are just like, so this is what they're doing to keep their fame and shit, just sacrificing people, taking money, thinking like, oh, well, this person's already gonna pass anyways, or they're already like this, that, and the third anyways. That I really feel. I mean, you got people who more normal people who aren't celebrities who do shit like that too. But now that I think about it, like I'm not saying all celebrities, of course, but I can I can see a good bit of celebrities that I fucking know that would probably do some shit like that just so that they can have money or just so that they can continue living a complete a fucking lifestyle or some shit. Who don't care about they just they want to keep a status or fame or they want to stay living or whatever. I don't know. Because for a lot of people, when they be celebrities, they want to live big. They want to live in 2 point something $1 million mansions, and you think about it, like I know Tony Braxton is fucking. She been singing for a long time, and she got hits, and she got this, and she got that. But I mean, I know she probably do tours and shit still now. I guess she probably pulling in enough to at least be able to live a decent lifestyle, I guess. But I wouldn't imagine her living in some $5 million home still, and your whatever you fucking pay a month, or all your expenses a month is like fucking $25,000, or maybe is 50,000 every month. And it's just like, where the fuck, like, where really is it really even that necessary? Because most times it's not. Most of these people don't even have kids anymore, or their kids are grown. So it's real. I definitely. I mean, she's hanging out with somebody that's very questionable. So I ain't even gonna get into that. So that already explains a lot. But I still wonder about other celebrities and shit too. It's like, I don't know. Like, what do you really be doing? You know, it's regular people who's going out to Dubai shit to get pissed on or piss on people and getting paid. Regular people doing that shit. So what are the celebrities doing? They got to be doing something more sinister. Some people do. I ain't gonna say everybody, of course, because we can't be like all conspiracied out and shit. I mean, we can do what we want, but I can. I can believe what I want or think what I want, but yeah, I think that's just a bit far fetched. I mean, I'm pretty sure some people would do it. Maybe, maybe not, but you talking about you dealing with celebrities. It's normal people that's out here doing shit like this too. That's why you can't. People may make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm just, nah, because they can be slowly trying to like weasel their way in so they can get what they want, and then uh what is that shit called, exploit you and all this other stuff. That movie Fall from Grace, literally like that. Literally, she fell for some young dude. He was just the best thing ever, and just all this and all that, and she was like fucking 60 or 50. I forgot how old she was. And he was like fucking 20 something or 30. I don't know. He was young and looked good and all this shit, and after he had her hooked and had, everything was perfect. She was just all in love and blah blah blah. Man, that rug got pulled under. He completely flipped a big ass switch. And I'm talking about started disrespecting her, cheating on people in her house, on her bed, uh, got her information, got credit cards in her name, loans, all kinds of fucking shit. It was crazy. I don't know if they got married. They might have. But she was just like, there's no way you're into me and blah blah blah. No, he definitely wasn't. But he definitely played that shit super well, like he was. And until she let her guard down, or until she, and then he went in and just flipped the switch. He had keys to this, he had this, he had that, the keys to this, the keys to that, um, access to certain shit, bank accounts, and I don't even like. I don't know. It was a lot. They even moved in together. It was all kinds of shit. Or he moved in with her or something. But it was so. It was, and you got to be careful. And it's actually wild because now, God damn, now that I think about it, I gotta look into some other shit that's in my own backyard. Not for me, but someone else that is close to someone that I know. Just wondering. Interesting. Mm, because yeah. Interesting. Okay, I gotta get up off of here because I just had me a whole flashback and some other shit. He used up his resources to look up my history. Why? If he a celebrity, oh well, Ghost or whatever that show was, I don't think they do anything now. It's wild that you can't like. Whew, I just got closer. It's wild that you cannot use any of this stuff as evidence. I mean, if you know who the person, I guess because they got lawyers and the person is, and if they can't confirm it's him or whatever, then yeah, it's gonna make you look like you're crazy and some other shit. None of that makes sense. It just sounds. I mean, I'm not saying I never believe. I know people be going. When I hear certain things, I'm not trying to make fun of anything that you're going through or make light of it. But anytime I hear shit like this, it's like, what the fuck? What? Like that's is just insane. I could have easily been you. I had situations where I was staying with people when I had sensitive information and I shouldn't even. But luckily, um, it didn't get to the point to where that was actually any of that was tampered with. And maybe like 7 or so years ago, I definitely tightened up with that. Like, my shit just don't be around. Well, kind of, but not really. It really depends. But most times, my shit doesn't be around. Like, it's now and it's somewhere safe. It has a space or it has a spot. I don't just have shit everywhere where anybody can. And I knew somebody who I went to school with someone that my best friend was friends with, and that's kind of how she was as she got older. That's just what's up. I mean, even my stepsister is like that. It's like just losing shit continuously. Like debit cards, everything. And it's just like I'm hoping nobody ever took her damn identity as much as she loses shit and just leave things open and vulnerable. So I don't know. Um I don't get that. Me, like, nah, my shit, because I know I don't need it, so there's no reason for me to even have it out and around. I used to ride around when I was younger in my teens and shit. I don't know why, but I used to ride around I used to have my birth certificate on me. People were like, what the fuck, you expect to die or something? I'm like, no, I just like having it because it wasn't. It's because people didn't know, like, they didn't think I was from another place. They thought that I was like, that I've always been where I was, or I was from where I was. And I was like, nah, I just, you know. But yeah, a bat. I don't like it was a bat. Anyways, but these type of situations is like, I know they exist, but it's crazy that they do. And it's sad that they do. And people are trash. I can't even be mad because I was one of those people before too. That's complete trash. I am not gonna lie. Um, and I just wasn't. But I be picking and choosing sometimes when I'm like that. However, still, um, if you have a choice to not be trashed, try not to be trash. Let's see. Okay, today said try to stay away to call the resource. What advocate? Oh, somebody who's like on your side. I hope I can get out safe and my cat and I know I have yeah, hopefully you can and hopefully you don't, what's good, unique, my bad, I didn't see. Hopefully you can and hopefully, kind of shit is that? Catfishing. Wait, so you told the catfish is supposed to be somebody off of like, but you said, well, I'm guessing you've seen this person face to face, so you would know what the person looked like is the actual person. So I thought catfishing meant the person didn't look like who they say they were supposed to look like. That's catfishing, right? Because if that's catfishing, then if the person looked like they said they looked like, then they didn't really catfish. but maybe they just lied about they concealed other shit. I'm confused. Broken some laptop. I don't know why people. What is that's what I be wondering like what the fuck what's the point in all this, like is that serious? That's either that sounds like either somebody's in it, like as far as management goes, somebody's in on it, or they're being blackmailed or made or something like that, or why am I sitting? I'm should not be sitting up trying to figure this out. Or my bad, I'm still reading some other shit. Or I don't fucking even know. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I would love to help, but I don't really, Judgment. I seen Judgment, and that's something that's serious. I feel like Judgment is more so of like you needing to make a judgment call. Like obviously something needs to change or happen or whatever. I mean, I don't see why somebody would try to follow you out of the state or out of the fucking country if you wanted to, if you can. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you're like retired. I don't know if disabled people can just. I mean, if they got steady money coming in, I guess maybe they can live abroad. I have no clue. Yeah, you don't either, apparently. But the towers, yeah, I feel like there is a lot. This is heavy. I'm sorry. He getting a lot with family. It's crazy. What drives people to do shit like this? People like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get money off of this. I'm going to like how is this person able just off of just having your information, putting a life insurance policy on you? Oh well, if they got your information and they doing it on themselves, if they're supposed to be you doing it, then yeah, okay. But don't you got to pay into that? You can't just put a. Are you able to? My bad. I'm not even up there anymore. You heard what on the camera? They're ripping up your dad's picture? That's odd. So, if you have a camera, the how like are you not getting any footage of like these people? Like so like who does it show? No, like what? I understand that, but I don't understand like why are they ripping up pictures? That's weird to me because that seems personal. Unless they're doing it because it's a personal attack to you. Oh, they hacked your camera. So they hacked, I'm guessing, your Ring camera. I don't know what you have. And did what? In my uncle's rosary. What the fuck? The only reason why I said that for the main reason, the main reason why I said that was because you said your dad, like it seemed to be things that you really care about, things that are really important, things that means a lot to you. So that's personal, meaning that I don't know what somebody's problem is. That's pretty much where I'm going. People don't usually just go for. I mean, they could, but they would have to really be studying something like heavy. But I don't understand how people can be that fucking cruel. I don't. I don't understand that part. Like, for what reason? It's all for some money. Like, and if they were to die the next day, then it's like they did it all for fucking nothing. Now now they're in hell, burning or wherever the fuck, purgatory, suffering somewhere. Um, I never understood that. I never understood that. But some people don't care, and so that's just that. Um, and I'm guessing, you must not have as much support because you would definitely not be in the situation. A lot of times people do tend to target others who don't have people, don't have support, don't have family, people who are already isolated, parents probably pass, family maybe don't like them. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. You would be a prime target for certain people, but that's and because you have nobody that's going to ask questions, you have nobody that's going to like check in, check on. You have nobody really in your corner, pretty much. However you want to, slice it. So, and I said something before about it being support is definitely needed. So I really feel like, even no matter what the support is, I feel like it's better than nothing. So that's even if it's like you calling up a hotline and it's like I feel like this is kind of tricky because if you don't have issues like mental health issues and you go in and you have a story like this, they may want to evaluate you. So I'm not going to say call a health line and be like, but there's also places you can go, like, even if you don't have shelter. I mean, you can go to a hospital where you're there. You can go to a fucking airport. I don't know, somewhere where there's cameras, where there's people, shit like that, to where you're not just out there, just on the streets. I don't know where you're at because I did ask you where you at because I don't know. Um, And I know certain places you can kind of like, there's more support, more support system than others. So there's that. Um, yeah. I had anxiety and depression, and once upon a time they tried to put me on some meds, and that shit not. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to start taking nothing, not for that. And guess what? Here I am. I don't have any issues. I got my moments sometimes if I do something that may be like, you know, um, close call or some shit that may be a little traumatizing or scary, but I don't really have anxiety like that unless I'm in traffic. Unless I'm somewhere where people are driving reckless and I'm in traffic. That's where I'm tense. It doesn't matter, no. Um I tried staying in the hospital, but they sent me home the 7 times with Ivy. No, I meant like just being there, not because I don't think they can really just like kick you out, but then again, maybe they can. But I'm saying just being somewhere where there is traffic, there is cameras, there is like people around. You will be somewhere where there is help if something was to go on, you know what I mean? Like, even if you are only sleeping there at night and maybe during, or just being there at night or something like that. But I know that a lot of that stuff is tricky, not only for you, but because at the same time there is people who can come in and out as well, and still, so it's not necessarily it's not the best place. No, most places aren't. I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, unless you stay at a police station for the during the daytime. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. I do know there has to be something. I know they got shelters. I did ask where you was at again. I'm not trying to like, I'm not trying to be all up in your business, but I do know that certain places and states are more they have more support for certain situations, certain situations. So yeah, I know. Um if you have disabilities, usually that's even more. That's one thing I don't understand. People with that has certain things going on should be treated, have some type of like facility, And it's crazy because well, not really crazy, because I worked in a nursing home for a second, and one of the people that was a roommate with one of the clients that I had, she seemed able-bodied. She wasn't that old, so I don't know if she was in the nursing home because there was nowhere else for her that she can go. She didn't seem like she was too old, maybe in her 50s, 60s, which I'm not saying they wouldn't be in the nursing home, but I don't know why she was in there. But if you have these problems, I know it costs to be in these facilities, and the same thing still applies though. Fucking people can come in and out. It's like, but the only good thing is I'm not gonna say they have cameras because I can't stand those places either. No, most places aren't safe, but I feel like being somewhere where you have cameras, you have people, you have traffic is less likely for somebody to do something to you. However, trying to get sleep where there is a lot of people and there's a lot of traffic in and out can be hard too. So I don't. Only other thing I can think of is checking yourself into a hospital, like like a mental one. Not saying there's anything wrong with you, but I'm saying it may be. I mean, at least it's a facility that people can't just come in and out of. I would hope not. um, they would need to be on a guest list, or people can't just come and see you and whatnot. Um, that's the type of facility you need. I know you won't have your cat, but like I said, there is people who take in cats and stuff, um, or adopt them. I don't know how that goes. I don't know if that means you have to. Um, I don't know if that means you have to sign paperwork, if you have a certain time before, they actually are up for adoption if you don't come back and give. I don't know, but I know there's people who do that, who's able to um not necessarily board their cats or board their animals or whatever, but somebody takes them in, or, somebody will adopt them until you're like until you get back on your feet, or until you're stabilized and able to, like, provide something for them. Sometimes, sadly, certain things you have to let go of, even if it sucks. But if it's either like you, not to be funny, because I'm not trying to be, but it's either your life or your cat's. And if your cat is at least in good hands, I would have no problem letting go of my cat if I at least know that, hey, they're in a loving home, but I have to fucking make sure that I survive the next day. So I don't know. I'm just saying. But hopefully you figure something out. I feel like the best thing to do is crisis check yourself into places, uh, so that you are at least somewhere where, like I said, where you're not just people aren't just able to easily access the facility or you or whatever. This can even be as serious as getting put in jail. Some people literally go back to jail because they fear for their life on the outside, especially if it's personal and not one of those things where, like, oh well, they have gangs on the inside, like, not one of those, but where literally if you was to go into jail, you cannot get bothered by those people because only thing they can do is trash your place, take stuff, break it, whatever. But if you take all your valuables and you leave everything else behind and say fuck it because you rather live, I would easily try to figure something out. Like, even if you do get put in jail and you got all the stuff you have on you, they take that with you. So it's not like it's gonna go anywhere. They're gonna keep that, and when you get out, they give it back to you. So at least you got storage. Like, I literally would do something like that. I know how I am. If I'm in a situation where it's either me just going to jail because I'm safer there than being in a situation where I don't know what the fuck going on, I'd rather be in jail. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people who rather be in jail because either they're institutionalized or it's hard as fuck out here for them to even get right, however that goes. So yeah. Um because at least, I mean, like I said, I don't know where you're at, but at least for decent places or counties and stuff, you get, at least you get fed, at least you get your medicine, and it's not tampered with. Because who, I mean, I'm not saying these people don't know anybody on the inside, but who the fuck is going to go that far to making sure that you are, something happens to you? And then not only that, for women, I'm not saying there's any better, but for women, I don't think jail is as crazy, because you're going, especially county jails. This is just jail. I mean, sorry, jails. We're not talking about prison. We're just talking about jails, like county jails and shit like that. You find people who, hopefully, you don't know or knows you. But you may find support. You may find someone, a friend or somebody to talk about your problem, or what's going on, like something. I'm sorry, but at this point, jail is looking a lot better than being in your situation. I don't give a fuck if your shit's already fucked up. Um why care about if your credit's getting fucked up and shit, because it's already getting fucked up. So you might as well just leave it all behind and just do and get to safety. I would do that. I literally would go to jail, but in your case, I feel like that's the best choice. And it's not because it's like because who wants to go to jail? But it's like calling 911 and being like, I'm going to hurt myself, like, or do something. I don't fucking know. Sometimes it's fucking worth it. And I don't know how that's gonna happen. I don't know how identity theft is when it comes to when you're in jail. I don't know how that goes. Like, because they would need your ID and you're this and you're that, but if they don't know, or if you don't have that, then how the fuck are they gonna, identify you and shit? Like, how does that even go? Only thing that sucks about this type of shit, if you don't have people, friends, family, nobody on the outside, or nobody who is like, you getting like you say you're not even getting your money, you're not getting anything that somebody else is like, has, it's like, have all your information and getting everything. I don't know how you're living. I don't know how you're eating. I don't know how you're like, I don't know how you're surviving at this point. Okay. I just written my ex. I just need to move. That's a lot. It's not a do-rag. A do-rag has strings that's long and it tightens and you wrap it here. Da da da. It's just a regular scarf. But yeah. Well, I don't know. By the sounds of the situation, it sounds like you're being like followed. I'm not gonna say followed, but something's going on somewhere. I don't know. It seems like it's a lot, so I wouldn't know how to help. But if you move and then it's the same shit, then what? That's the only reason why sometimes you gotta nip the shit in the bud. This is like being somewhere and somebody doesn't know where you're at, and then as soon as you get out, get you a fucking get you a fucking bus ticket to somewhere or something, Shit. I guess I watch too many movies, but I know how to fucking redo my life. I've done it plenty of times where I had to start over and not necessarily the whole new identity, none of that shit, no. But as far as like just starting over, like I have plenty of time. I don't have that shit does not bother. If anything is exciting, like why would you want to continue being in the situation or being where you are and being yourself when you can just completely just go ahead and just be somebody else? Might as well, because you already got shit taken. I'm not saying that's literally what you should do. Or because of that, because that's probably like really bad advice. But I'm just saying, I feel like isn't is it's easier ways to go about something. But then again, since I don't know the situation, I'm not gonna say shit. Me personally, I would definitely be like, yeah, I'd do something petty, lock my ass up, make sure I have all the stuff that I have on me with, take that with, because, I'm gonna be here for however long. And if somebody doesn't really know what's going on, unless they do, because people got ways, um, I don't know. I just feel like that's just moving because people watch people. So just moving, especially if you're having a whole situation with an ex and it's been going on and he has like restraining orders or whatever, or tried to with the same person, then yeah, the shit's not going to stop. But again, I don't know the situation. This can be a whole made up thing, not to be funny. I have to say that because I'm not trying to be funny, because I'm not trying to play around and make it seem like your situation is like play games or make you feel like you're make fun of whatever you're going through. No, not at all. But that's a lot of that shit's questionable. I mean, after the second time of going through a situation and they can't figure out what's going on, I'll be like, I'm not giving it 5 more times before I'm like, yeah, I got to get out of this situation. And I don't know how many times that could be, 7 days in a row, or it could have been every other day this is happening, or every week this is happening, or something. If it's every week, this has been happening for too long. If it's every day, that's odd. But that means that's the mission. If it's been happening over months or over years and something like, that's definitely the need, like it's not going to just stop by moving. However, I don't know the situation yet again, so I'm not going to say anything else. I'll leave it alone. I get my check, but they mess with either buy everything I buy, or they mess with everything you buy. I contacted identity theft. I'm going, okay. Sorry that you're going through all that, but yeah, I gotta go too. That's, figure it out. Hoping for the best, because none of that shit sound good. I gotta go anyways, because I've been on this for way too long. And this fucking shit is just annoying.